more stories to get to, but let's play some Bernie sound. He was tearing it up in this John Harwood interview.
This is on FDR and his whether he buys into FDR's legacy, by the way.
Boom. Here you go, Professor Kaye. No, I do not. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
I don't agree with this Pearl Harbor.
I don't agree with him. He didn't have a long enough horizon.
Right. It was the Pearl Harbor problem.
Yeah, it was it. The problem was FDR did very good things. However, he should have not allowed the Japanese to attack Pearl Harbor. To go forward.
I fed it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
What I'm trying to do in this campaign is pick up where Roosevelt left off and say that economic rights must be considered as human rights.
Do you also embrace the part of FDR that said in 1936 when he was running for re-election that his adversaries, economic and otherwise, hate me and I welcome their hatred?
Absolutely, I do. I mean, you can judge a person by the friends they have. You can judge a candidate for president by the enemies they have. And I uniquely, in all due respect to my colleagues, I am taking on the insurance companies, the drug companies, the fossil fuel industry, the military industrial complex, the prison industrial complex, Wall Street, the Democratic establishment. There was a guy who's head of Third Way. That's the corporate wing of the Democratic Party. And he said, Bernie Sanders is an existential threat to the Democratic Party. I agree with him. I am. I want to break the Democratic Party, to break its dependency on big money and corporate interests, like Third Way, and make it into a party of working class people, of young people, of all people who believe in justice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Professor Kaye?
That was magnificent. It reminded me of the speech that the media people like to talk about, the speech of where he says, I welcome their hatred. Before he said, I welcome their hatred, there was a speech it's his acceptance speech in 1936 in Philadelphia, in a baseball stadium. He's accepting the nomination, and he was already hyping the whole relationship between Philadelphia and the Declaration of Independence. And he said something to the effect of, they accuse us of wanting to overthrow American institutions or something. I wish I could just read it. I'm botching it. But what the idea was, what they really are afraid of is, or they know, is that we want to overthrow their power.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That is so good.
And this is basically what Bernie is. I have this feeling, I just swear to you, Michael, I have this feeling that somewhere between 2016 and this past year, Bernie just went back and I know other people are having to write the speeches on the run, but there's something going on there. I wish I could talk to someone to figure out why it is that we're getting the echoes of FDR in the most significant ways. I think it's just I think it's wonderful.
I agree. Let's this one, Matt.
He goes at Jamie Dimon.
Oh, great. All right, beautiful. Same energy.
Should Wall Street and a handful of members of a board determine whether a factory remains in the United States
Deadspin.
or whether it goes to China? Should a handful of wealthy board members determine whether or not there is a stock buyback or whether workers get decent wage increases and decent benefits?
Does this mean you're not impressed by the statement that Jamie Dimon and the Business Roundtable put out saying that we are going to take considerations broader than just profit into our practice? You don't think they're serious?
No, of course not.
You know what? Let's just go right to this one from Detroit because I love lit Bernie, and I think this is a similar vibe.
All right, he's an idiot.
I love it. All right, he's an idiot. Fucking fantastic.
You know, I got to tell you, what year were you born?
83.
And what year were you guys born?
88.
92.
Yeah, well, before you guys were born, I looked across the country at Vermont and I said, I hope someday I get to vote for that guy. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure I was reading in these times in its early days, and I thought, man, this is the kind of thing we need in America. And here we are.
And you get to vote for him.
I voted for him in 2016. He won Wisconsin. I'm hoping this time he not only wins the primary in Wisconsin, but that I can vote for him in the general election.
We're going to make it happen. You just watched a Michael Brooks show video. Subscribe to get them all. Why wouldn't you? Don't be foolish. Click subscribe below and become a patron as well. Patreon.com/TMBS. Thanks, everybody.